So, Marjorie Taylor Greene is back with another angry tirade, a furious outburst during an interview she did at the Republican National Convention. This journalist, who's from the Times, asked her, saying, "Hey, Marjorie, you said that the Democrats were behind the shooting at Donald Trump's rally or that they wanted it to happen. What's your evidence for that claim?" And instead of answering the question and engaging with the journalist in good faith, Marjorie Taylor Greene threw all of that out the window and decided to attack the journalist, decided to flip out at her, blaming her for all of America's problems. We see this so often from Marjorie Taylor Greene, just deflecting blame, like ignoring questions that she perceives to be tough questions, and instead blaming the interviewer or blaming Joe Biden or anybody else but her. She's very Trump-like in that way. So I'm going to show you this interview. We'll talk about it a little bit. But man, what a disgusting thing from Marjorie Taylor Greene. Take a look.
Let's talk about people like you.
Where's your evidence
let's talk
of
about
that?
people like you
But where's your
that
evidence of those
demonize
claims?
people like me, President Trump. I have some of the most highest amount of death threats because of people like you. Because you choose to only take certain words from people, and then that's what you want to report. Shame on you. Shame on you.
But
Because
where's your evidence?
No. You're the problem. And where's this woman from?
The Times.
You're from the
London.
Times. Okay, you're ridiculous. And you're the problem in our country. You lie about people like me. This is the first time you've ever talked to me. I want you to know I'm a regular person like you. I'm also a mom. I have 3 kids. And we have to put up with the most unreal amount of bullshit because of little liars like you that take your job and turn it into political activism. Your job is the press. You should report the news. Not
And
lie,
I'm
no,
asking for
not lie
evidence.
about it. You don't get to ask any more questions. I'm done with you.
Okay.
Because you're the cause. You're
One
the
more thing,
cause
you
of
call
our
the
country.
Democrats a
No.
party
You're
of
the cause of
pedophiles.
our
Do you have
country
any
being
response to
divided.
that?
You're the cause of our country being divided. You're the cause of President Trump almost being assassinated. You're the cause of everything wrong
where's
in
your
America.
evidence for those
No,
claims?
you're done. You're done. Yeah, go back.
Thank
Go back.
you.
Is JD
Yeah, what an outrageous and awful and immature outburst from Marjorie Taylor Greene. That journalist is just doing her job. Marjorie Taylor Greene has spread ridiculous conspiracy theories about the shooting at Donald Trump's rally, saying that the Democrats were behind it, that they wanted it to happen. And it's perfectly fair and reasonable and expected and encouraged for journalists to ask her those type of questions, saying, well, hey, why did you say that? What's your evidence for this? And you can tell that Marjorie Taylor Greene is panicking in this clip. She's in a corner, right? Because there is no evidence for that claim. There's nothing to back that up. So instead of saying, you know what? That was an irresponsible claim. I shouldn't have said it. I was just caught up in the moment. I shouldn't have said it. Instead of saying something like that and taking responsibility for her actions, nobody else, for her actions, for making a false claim, she decides to put it on that journalist, pointing at her, waving her arms around, saying, you're the fault of America's problems. You're the cause of Americans' problems. You're at fault for all of this. It's you. You and the media did this. Not me. Not me. We didn't cause any division. We didn't cause the temperature in the country to rise. Not me. It's the media. Outrageous. Marjorie Taylor Greene has no self-awareness, absolutely none, zero, and she will never take responsibility for her actions. And I also think it's quite gross how she's saying, like, I'm a mother of 3. I'm an average person. I'm just like you. And to be clear, Marjorie Taylor Greene should never get a death threat. She should never get a threat at all. No politician should under any circumstances. But that invoking of like being an average person doesn't give her a pass to use her very large platform as a member of Congress to spread lies that hurt the country. She should be pressed by journalists for the awful things she has said and not respond in that way. Really. I mean, and just to be clear, Marjorie Taylor Greene is blaming this journalist for the division in the country. That's what she's trying to say. So let's take a look at some of Marjorie Taylor Greene's past tweets, just 2 of them, and we'll see if it's really the journalist who did it, or maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene plays a role in the division. So here's a tweet that she put out a while ago about Joe Biden, saying Joe Biden is Hitler. Nazi Joe has to go. She called the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, Hitler, without any evidence of that, without any parallels or anything of the sort. Of course, it's not true. She's just being inflammatory. And saying Nazi Joe has to go? Really? 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 Yeah, I don't know. To me, that seems very divisive. That seems like it could separate political parties quite a bit when you're calling the current president of the United States Hitler, which, by the way, is a completely disgusting and unfair comparison. There's no dictatorial tendencies about Joe Biden. Anyway, here's another tweet that she put out about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Very divisive. Take a look. She said, "We're in a battle between good and evil. The Democrats are the party of all of these things. They're evil. They're so bad. They want to lock up their political opponents and terrorize innocent Americans who would tell the truth about it. The Democrat Party is flat out evil. And yesterday, they tried to kill Donald Trump." In that tweet, she tried to blame the Democrats for the attack on Donald Trump. She tried to say that the Democrats were behind it. That is the definition of divisive. You open the Oxford Dictionary, you look at the word divisive, you see Marjorie Taylor Greene's face with that tweet. That is so incredibly divisive. Instead of taking a step back and saying, you know what, this is a moment for unity. This is not either party. This is a moment for unity because one psychopath decided to do something awful and cause a tragedy. Instead of doing that, instead of being responsible, doing the mature thing, Marjorie Taylor Greene goes right back into the mindset of let's play politics. Let's divide the country. Let's raise some money for my campaign. Let's maybe get a couple points in the polls in these deep red districts. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene's brain went to. And she has the nerve to try to blame anybody but herself for division in this country. The nerve to blame an innocent journalist who's asking justified questions instead of blaming herself. It's disgusting. I mean, that's the Republican Party. So many of them, including Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene, J.D. Vance, are the party of lack of responsibility, lack of taking responsibility, lack of self-awareness, lack of looking in the mirror and questioning their own motives, their own actions. They just don't do it. They're more interested in the division as opposed to the unity. And with this on mind, I just want to point something out. With this on mind, let's take a look at just a brief clip from another interview Marjorie Taylor Greene did that I think ties this all together. Take a look.
J.D. Vance is America first, and he believes very much the same things I do.
Yeah, so just a quick 5-second interview clip where she said that her and J.D. Vance agree on a lot of the issues, that they're both MAGA. They both agree on a lot. So we have everything that Marjorie Taylor Greene is in Donald Trump's vice presidential candidate. So J.D. Vance agrees with what she did at that interview. He also put out a similar tweet to her following the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, blaming the Democrats. So I show you this, in the point of this conversation to show that this is the Republican Party. When you're looking at Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's not just an outlier. She's not just one crazy member of Congress that people like to pick on. It's none of that. That is the Republican Party. That's mainstream now. That's the vice presidential candidate. That's the presidential candidate for the Republican Party. And it's dangerous. Dangerous for America, dangerous for the democracy, dangerous for the world. So another Marjorie Taylor Greene freak out. It's, a day that ends in Y, right? So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm excited to hear from you on what you think about this Marjorie Taylor Greene interview. Make sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. Of course, subscribe. It really helps the channel as well. It should be on your screen somewhere. Drop a like on the video. That also goes an incredibly long way. And look, I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.